Hello and all, welcome back to another Pokemon Wi-Fi battle. I'm your host Bamzilla, and we're gonna start off this battle with my opponent leading off with the Gyarados and me leaving off with my Ferrothorn named Stab. Stab is awesome and everything. So I knew Gyarados was gonna go for a Dragon Dance. All Gyaradoses do. So with this being in mind, I need to set up my Stealth Rocks. No matter what's going on, I always need my Stealth Rocks because that's what Stab does. He stabs your team. He goes for another Dragon Dance. I'm like, alright, I need to put up a lead seed. I need to take down this Gyarados as fast or as most effective I can. So the lead seed's helping. Then he goes for an Earthquake, and I'm like, oh crap, Earthquake, that's not good at all. So I set up some Spikes, and I'm like, Spikes is gonna stab your team a little bit more. Thank you, and everything but that. I wish he kind of went for the thing and like some physical move. Like Earthquake's not really physical. Like he's not gonna get the iron barbs because Earthquake's anyway. Alright, so I send that dude, and dude takes a Stone Edge like a boss. Look at that. He's like 69 damage left. And I go for a T-Wave. T-Wave is gonna slow him down, and I'm gonna be very fine with all this and junk. I get the leftovers, I get the leech seed, and I'm like, alright, dude, it's time to switch out. Let's go. So I send in Waka Flocka. I'm thinking Waka Flocka's gonna be able to take an Earthquake. And I'm like, alright, and I was wrong. Waka Flocka can't handle the ground for nothing. Like, seriously horrible. I need to fix him up. Anyway, things that dude has Regenerator, I get like a lot of health back, so I send him back out, trying to do a little bit more damage, but he just kills me with an Earthquake. Dude cannot handle Earthquakes either. Sending him out, even though it's super effective, I'm faster by a whole lot. I shoot him with a friggin' orb, sphere, ball, beam of circle stuff. He then sends out his Politoed getting stabbed. Look at that. I got his Politoed all the way down to the Gender sign. So he sets up he gets a Drizzle. I'm like, thank you. So, this is what's gonna happen. I'm gonna T-Wave him. He's gonna Toxic me. I wish he didn't Toxic me. Looking at the way this is, I think this is a Smogon Politoed, because a lot of people that don't have Smogon Politoeds usually don't carry Toxic. Anyway, I go for Thunder. I get Thunder. He dies by Thunder. I'm laughing at him like, yes, who's coming back now? I am, because I'm your daddy. Your daddy's gonna be the daddy that you never had in junk. Well, anyway, he sends out Ludicolo. I'm like, oh crap, a Ludicolo. I fought Stormy's Ludicolo, and that wasn't really good, so I T-Wave this, and then I'm just sitting there waiting for what it's gonna do. It then Leech sees me. I'm like, wait, what? Then I see it has Rain Dish, and then I'm like, oh my god, and I'm like, leftovers too, and then Leech Seed. I'm thinking to myself like, okay, it has leftovers. At least it didn't have the Life Orb that the Gyarados had. Maybe it's, and I'm thinking to myself, maybe if that Gyarados didn't have Life Orb, I probably would have survived. Anyway, what was that? Oh yeah, it protected itself, and I'm just like getting shocked because I wasn't really paying attention to all this, and it's getting all this health back, and I'm just going down with all the friggin' like Leaf Seed and all the damage and everything. I finally get to hit it with Thunder. I'm thinking like, yes, it's gonna be super effective, but it's not. It's normal effective, and then it doesn't die, and then I die from a friggin' Scald. I'm like, really? Then it gets Rain Dish leftovers again. I'm like, oh my god, no. So I send out my It Man. I'm like, okay, let me protect him, scout out what move it's gonna do. It ain't gonna do nothing, because it's paralyzed. I put that in a wheelchair. It can't get down the stairs. It has to find the safety ramp. I'm like, crap. So I had to find him, and then I used a Stone Edge. I'm like, yeah, you ain't gonna do nothing now. And it's like, no, I can't get down the stairs. I gotta find the safety ramp. I'm paralyzed. I can't do nothing. So I'm like, okay, alright. Let me go for another Stone Edge. And I go for a Stone Edge. I'm not thinking about anything. I'm just want to hurry up and kill this thing. I should have gone for a Dynamic Punch. I could have got it confused. It gets this Rain Ditch. It gets his Leech Seed on me, and it gets leftovers. That's 3 times the health right there. 3 times the health. 3, 3, 3, 3. 1, 2, 3. Leech Seed, Rain Dish, and leftovers. I'm going for Stone Edges. It protected itself. I'm just like, oh my god, I don't know what to do. I'm gonna keep doing the things. Then, as it gets that last bit of health, I think to myself, wait, Dynamic Punch. That's exactly what I do. I punch it. I punch it in his stupid duck-billed mouth. I'm like, ha! What you gonna do now, faggot? And well, he then sends out his Vaporeon. That's what he's gonna do. He couldn't just like forfeit the battle. Anyway, it gets hurt a lot. I go for a dynamic punch. I want to confuse this thing just in case if it survives. It survives, but it's confused. That's why I love dynamic punch. That's why I gave it to Hitman. And then goes for Aqua Ring. I'm like, really? Vaporeon's Aqua Ring? Really? You're one of those Vaporeons? You could have done something better. You could have probably like confused me or Psychic me if you can learn Psychic. But whatever. So he gets Leech Seed health from because I'm still Leech Seeded. So I go for a Stone Edge and I just cut it up. I'm gonna make that Vaporeon into some nice sushi. I'm gonna send it to Epic Mealtime and send it back to my Ip-Man. Ip-Man's gonna eat it in front of the trainer's face and he's gonna laugh. So he sends it to Raikou. I'm like, really, Raikou? Really? You know what I do to tigers? Well, tigers like throw thunder at me. But you know what I do to tigers? I punch them in their mouth. Well, their arm and stomach. I still punch them very hard, and kill them with one punch. Hitman ain't playing no games. He sends out Dragonite. I'm like, really? Dragonite? Huh. Alright, what am I gonna do? I go for a dynamic punch. I should have protected. I should have bullet punched. No, I shouldn't have bullet punched. But I should have stone edged. That would have brought it down a way more. But no, I do a dynamic to get that to confuse. It doesn't like being confused. So it just powers through, hits me with the Thunder Punch. So I have to send out Pearl to a confused, roosting, thunder punching Dragonite. I'm like, I'm not gonna survive. I'm not gonna win. So I go for Water Spout. I have full HP. It does nothing. I'm flabbergasted. Like, this must be hacks or something. Because a full HP'd Water Spout or something. I don't know. I know nothing. It paralyzes me. I'm like scared for my dear life now because I'm not gonna win. Looking at this right now, I'm not gonna win. I mean, look, do you think I'm gonna win? No. You can't. No, don't lie to yourself. I'm not gonna win. I'm scalded now. I'm like, I gotta get that burn. Luck gets me that burn. I'm like, thank you so much. Restored leftovers and everything. Okay. So, I go for an Aqua Ring. What's an Aqua Ring gonna do? It's gonna make sure I stay alive. Leftovers and Aqua Ring, I'm fine. He goes for Dragon Tail. I'm kind of glad he went for Dragon Tail instead of a Thunder Punch. But if he didn't go for that Dragon Tail, I probably would have died way faster. I could have died way faster. Goes for another punch. I'm gonna go for a Scald, because Water Spout ain't gonna do nothing, especially at my current state. So I have to keep going for Scald. You may be asking, why don't you use another move? The only other move I have now is Soak. It's gonna do the same Scald, and it's gonna do the same damage to the Dragonite, even if I leave him alone or soak him. So I keep going for Scald. He keeps going for Thunder Punch. He keeps getting burned. I keep getting my 2 heals. He keeps getting his leftover. This is the part where I get very angry. Every time his Dragonite's health goes to E, he just gets roosted. He's just gonna keep doing this for the whole match. And by like the last itty bitty seconds of it, I am going to just friggin' get paralyzed so much I'm almost gonna die. But I'm not gonna waste the I'm almost gonna die. I'm like,
I'm scared because I mean, I had like 20 hit points left, and he's gonna Thunder Punch me again. I'm not gonna win this battle. I'm not gonna win. But like I said, it's just gonna go on like this for a long time. So in the meantime, let me tell you some funny jokes. You know you guys love jokes, especially when it has Pokemons and stuff. Alright, so one day, King Charizard had all his Pokemon servants up to him. He stated that he was bored, and that he's gonna go down the line for everybody to tell a joke. And if everyone didn't laugh, he was gonna execute them on the spot. So everyone's all frantic. And he's like, alright, line up. Everyone's lining up. Rattata's the first one to go. Rattata goes up, tells a funny joke. Everyone's laughing, except one Pokemon. King Charizard uses Flamethrower and kills Rattata on the spot. The second Pokemon, Farfetch, goes up, tells an even funnier joke. Everyone's laughing at King Charizard.
Third Pokemon goes up. Hootoo tells an even funnier joke. Everyone is dying. Everyone just like laughing so hard. Except one Pokemon. Charizard kills him on the spot. The fourth Pokemon goes up, scared. Psyduck. Psyduck is about to tell his joke. All of a sudden, everyone hears a large burst of laughter. They all look at Slowpoke, and Slowpoke says, "Sorry, I couldn't get over Rattata's joke." You know that was funny. You know that was, yeah, you're laughing. I know you're laughing. Okay, I got another joke. Alright. So, a king calls everyone that lives in his kingdom up. He just calls them up. They don't know what it's for until the king gets up and says, "I've called you here because I'm going to allow one of you lucky people to marry my daughter." The thing is, you have to swim this river. It's filled with sharks, alligators, crocodiles, piranhas, and every other man-eating thing that you can think of. Everyone's scared. No one wants to jump in. Because, I mean, what's the point? To marry the king's daughter over losing your life? Seriously. The king is going to give up because no one's jumping in. He turns around to his daughter. He's going to walk up and say, "Sorry for the whole thing. You're not getting married today." All of a sudden, he hears a big splash. He turns around. There's a man in the water. He's swimming frantically. Everything that was going to eat him is chasing right after him. The man is swimming so hard, he just passes each and every one and just zooms out of the water onto the other side. The king runs up all happy and joyful. He goes, my son, you can marry my daughter. Do you have anything to say?" The guy, catching his breath, turns around and says, "Yeah, I have something to say. I know who pushed me in." Huh? Yeah, you know that was funny. You know that was funny. That was hilarious. Oh my god. Hold on, let's get back to the battle. Oh wait, I think this is the part. Yeah, this is the part. Perfect timing. You got 2 jokes and a good battle. All right, look at that. You see how much health I have left? I go to 110. 110 health, and he's down to like his T. Instead of going for the roost like he normally did, he's just gonna sit there and go for a thunder punch trying to kill me. I go for a scald. I'm praying. Before I was praying for crits. I was hoping I can get a critical hit. Nothing's been happening. And this is what's gonna happen. I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna die. I only have 71 health. Wait, my Aqua Ring. Oh, I have 101. I'm going to die. I'm like, oh my god, I'm going to die. His thunder punch brings me down 7. I'm like, oh! I go for a scald. He dies. I'm like, yeah, in your face. I got so excited. I danced around the house, and my brother was like, "Shut up." I'm like, no. And I'm so happy. But anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you loved that video. I loved it. I'm going to see you guys next time. Thank you, and blah, blah.